Okay, good morning, good evening, or morning from wherever you are watching this. My name is Mbuto Makugan, I'm the IPE Communications Officer, and today we have Chifundo Phiri, who will be talking to us about the work she does for epilepsy, and she basically introduce herself and tell us where she's from. So how are you, Chifundo, and welcome to today's session.
Okay, thank you. As they said, I'm Chifundo. I work with National Epilepsy. As it is National Epilepsy Association,
Yes,
we do
continue.
a lot of work concerning epilepsy. So as I am the national coordinator, which means I coordinate all the project or the activities concerning epilepsy in Malawi. Thank you.
So you work with the Epilepsy Association in Malawi. So maybe
Yes,
you can. Sorry.
It's National Epilepsy Association of Malawi.
Okay, so maybe you can just give us a brief background about the association of maybe the work it has done in the past, and when it was formed, and maybe just the picture of how epilepsy is in Malawi, the situation on the ground.
Okay, so our organization was formed in 2015. We currently run a lot of activities in different districts of Malawi. So as it is on the ground, we have monitors that do most of the work. They are like volunteers. So they are able to tell us what is happening in the areas concerning epilepsy. As to say, maybe if the challenges they are facing, maybe say there's the stigma or concerning about medication, if they're able to receive those medication in their area district. So we like asked, we take that one and sum it up the data that we get from our volunteers in different districts.
Okay, thank you very much. So maybe you can just share with us, some of the challenges that you faced, and the successes, because whenever you're working, you're doing anything, you face challenges, especially when it comes to epilepsy, which lacks much priority in African countries. So maybe you can share with us some of the successes you've had as an association, maybe from past projects or success stories from persons living with epilepsy within your association or country.
Okay, so as our aim is to the aim is to end to put epilepsy on the agenda. So you see, most of the people are not able to talk about epilepsy. So with coming of our organization and advocating for it, most of the people with the epilepsy now are able to come in the open and tell about their condition. Doing so, they're also able to access medication, because when they come in the open, that's when it's easy to know them and able to encourage them to go to the hospitals. So one of our success was that we are able to encourage people with epilepsy also to advocate for them to be able to tell about their condition and receive the right medication. We're also able to organize, maybe at times you find in other health centers there are no medication. So as an association, we do follow up to know as in if the medication are available, where they're scarce. So we follow up. Then when you know the conditions, we follow up with the different government sectors so that we have the medication in those health centers. We have also been creating support groups for people with epilepsy so that they're able to be in their groups and discuss their condition. At the same time, though, they were able to encourage each other about their condition. We also fight for people with epilepsy human rights. We have taken this as an association, maybe to train our volunteers to know if when their rights has been when their rights have been not respected, so they are able to do their activities as well as to follow up when someone has been discriminated. Also, with the coming of these support groups, you see that most of the people with epilepsy are now able to go to the FS centers to receive their medication. And in the health centers, we also train we have also been managed to train some of those health volunteers or HSAs to be able to not just to give the medication, like you only do like drug refill, but with coming of the association, and this one of the successes that we have trained them. It's not about only drug refill. They have to talk to the people, know like what the medication is doing to them. Maybe if the treatment is going on well. So things like that, we have been able to tell and also to make the people of epilepsy receive the right medication. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So, one of the major issues that epilepsy faces in, I'd say mostly African countries, or maybe everywhere all over the world, is stigma and discrimination. So, what are the common misconceptions in Malawi that you say people have towards either epilepsy or persons with epilepsy?
Like the misconceptions are there, and there are many. Others believe that epilepsy is contagious. Others believe that maybe someone with epilepsy has been bewitched. So with things like that, or maybe others think it cannot include people with epilepsy in developmental work just because of their condition. They'll say if someone is working with them, they're going to have seizures in the, they associate epilepsy with madness. So things like that, our people have been stigmatized or segregated in the community. But as an association, we do follow up and make sure that our people are taking part in these activities or the developmental activities, or at times maybe we train them concerning the needs so that they know what is epilepsy and how they can handle people with epilepsy.
Okay, thank you very much. So now let's get into this other topic. I know you are one of the countries that received funding from IBE to work on a specific project. So maybe you can just give us the project title and the background of what made you want to do this project and what this project is about.
Okay, so the project that we are currently, it's in phase 2. We did phase 1, so now we are doing phase 2. So the title of the project is Breaking Epilepsy Silence in Rural Malawi. So as we were doing our work, we noted that there's still silence about epilepsy. People are not able to tell about their condition. So as a nation, we carried out the surveys that showed that real people are there with epilepsy, but they're not telling their condition. So we wanted to break the silence using this project that we are currently running. So we have a tracking system that is set already. We are using phones. So we track issues about the epilepsy, let's say about medication, about the mobile clinics that are there in the community. Also about how they are staying in their areas, and also the ones that people that help them most. Let's say maybe like the local leaders or their family. So we track issues like that using the tracking system. We have volunteers that are there. But the project that we are running now, the phase 2, is now in 2 districts, Blantyre and Lilongwe. We have health centers that are there, and now we are creating support groups so that maybe we have one person that would be like the volunteer, then the rest like will be giving their issues as a group. So if the voice that will be coming from the group, us as an association will be able to follow up with government. Now also we have gone through the process of memorandum of understanding with the Minister of Health, which we drafted in the first one, and now we're just doing the final digest so that we do the signing. As we followed up, now it's in the process. They said they have sent it to the advisory committee of the government, so that soon, maybe this month, we are going to be signing the MOU. We are also able to. Hello?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to, talking about the memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Health, I wanted to know maybe what are the, let's say just maybe you can name a few areas of collaboration or areas that the memorandum is focusing on, like which areas is it key that you need the ministry to work on in relation to the project?
Okay, the first issue maybe is to do with medication. So that like when there's no medication, we go direct to them and tell them there's no medication maybe in these centers. we need your help. Also, it focuses on human rights of people with epilepsy. We want them to be doing everything that everyone can do, for them to, like in the communities, to be taking part. So some of the issues that are in the memorandum of understanding are those. And also like an association, how we can be operating in this country. You know, some delays are there because of the government issues, like maybe we want to do, maybe let's say we want to do a training. But because when we follow up with government or we do it with government, they'll still, you like, we have these appointments, and you have to wait. Those delays are things that are some of the things that are included in the MOU.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So maybe if you can just what is the end goal? What do you hope to see with this project by the end of the project? What are the key things that or key objectives that you want to see in the end?
Okay, as in the end, we want to have like the capacity building of people with epilepsy. We want them to be self-advocates so that they're able to tell their condition as well as fight for their rights on their own before us coming in as an association. So we want to do the capacity building to make them self-advocates. Also as like in terms of medication, for them to be able to access them everywhere they are without any challenges. Also in the community, as us want to aim that they are able to take part and they are treated equally as everyone else in the community.
Okay, I see. So hopefully this project will be a success. And now, what are the maybe let's say 2 or 3 lessons that we can learn, like as others, because I know this project will also help feed into the IPE as an IPE hub for information. So maybe we can learn from Malawi your approach on how to, because I know all the projects are supposed to feed into making epilepsy a health priority. So what are the lessons that we can learn from your project? Say maybe how your approach or maybe your implementation or the project itself, what can we learn from it?
I think one thing is like we have to have a setup of a tracking system, as in someone that you can be in, because if you have a fixed tracking system, as I said, we have a fixed tracking system that we are able to track issues about epilepsy. So that one is the one that gives us guide, because we have something that is already set up in the community or in the health centers that people are giving us feedback from. So as other chapters, they can learn like they should have a fixed or a all set tracking system for follow-up of the activities that are happening in their area. Also, like in terms of the support groups, I think the voice that is in the group is the one that is heard more than one person speaking. So we'll also aim like they can have those set up in the areas like the support groups.
Okay. So maybe before we close, maybe you can just mention other partners that you work with on your project, and what kind of partners and how were they identified?
Okay, so as it is, we have 4 more partners, but the ones that are currently working are epilepsy movers. This is one of our partners that is focused on more of advocating about epilepsy. So we partnered with them so that maybe they should help us in that side, that they should be able to spread the message about epilepsy in the communities and that. We also partnered with the Blantyre Neurological Department. They help us in the terms of diagnosis of people with epilepsy, because as we said, epilepsy, when you go to the clinic, it should not only be for drug refill. No, we want people to be examined, like how are the medication helping them? Is there improvement or that? So we partnered with them so that we should be able to diagnose our people. We have also partnered with the district commission, so that they are the ones that allocated the health centers. As I said, that we are creating the support groups in the health centers. So we partnered with them so that they are able to allocate the health centers for us to go in there and create the support groups that we are doing.
Okay. So now I'm maybe it's a last question. So now we know that the World Health Assembly is working on the intersectoral global action plan on epilepsy and other neurological disorders. So what have you done as an association or even as a country, to in readiness for this resolution, and how have you had thoughts of how maybe it can be adopted into your operations, or maybe how you will implement it in your country or association?
For us, we had some engagement with the media houses for them to advocate for IGAP in the program, so that they create awareness about it. Because as it is, maybe others don't know about it. So we are using the media houses to talk more about it so that people know about it. We also had a meeting with the Ministry of Health so that they also support it in their programs. They discuss it, and maybe when it's been when it's been adopted, they should also know about it and take part in the resolutions. Yeah.
Okay. I thank you very much. Maybe you can say last few words, and then we can that can be our conversation for today.
Okay, thank you. Maybe my last word is just to thank IB and BAND for the support that they've given us. Without them, we would have not been able to carry out what we are doing. And if they're coming, I think more issues about epilepsy are coming on the ground, and we're able to talk about it and do more concerning epilepsy. And you can hear there's really a good improvement in the lives or the well-being of people with epilepsy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was Chifundo from Malawi, and she was just telling us about how they work and the projects that they're currently working on as they receive a small fund to facilitate a certain project. So that's it from me today, and we'll see you next time. This recording will be shared on our platforms, and you can follow us on our website, where you can also follow it. Thank you very much, Chifundo, and thank you to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.